guys, welcome to Creatively Homemade. My name is Jennifer. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I love to share creative paper crafting projects with you like this handmade card. So today I thought I would make a quick and easy Valentine's Day card. It's got some gold foiling there on the background paper, which makes it so pretty, and this card goes together so quickly. So this card uses the Sure Do Love You stamp set and the Heart Happiness stamp set, both of which are in the New Occasions catalog. For a complete list of all the supplies that I'm going to use to make this card, be sure to scroll down below the video to the text, click on Show More, and I will have a complete supply list for you. So let's get started and I'll show you how to make this card. Okay, let's get started by cutting our paper. You're going to need a piece of powder pink cardstock that is 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches. And we're going to put that with the long edge at the top of the scoreboard, score it at 4.25 inches, and then fold it in half, and that is going to be our card base. Then you're also going to need a piece of Painted with Love Designer Series paper. I recommend any of the designs with the gold foiling. This particular paper has gold foil designs on one side and then watercolor designs on the other. So you can choose which design you'd like. I just kind of like the stripes. So that is going to be 5.25 inches by 4 inches, and that's going to be the first layer. And then you're also going to need some scraps of powder pink and Whisper white cardstock to do your stamping. Next, let's do our stamping. You're going to need 2 different colors of ink. I've pulled out Rich Razzleberry and Melon Mambo because it coordinates with the paper. I'm using the Sure Do Love You stamp set, this You're My Valentine Every Single Day sentiment. And then from the Heart Happiness stamp set, I'm using this little heart here with the lines across it. So let's first start with the Melon Mambo, and I'm going to stamp that heart sentiment on the powder pink. Okay, and then keeping that Melon Mambo open, I'm going to stamp this little heart twice in Melon Mambo. And you want to leave some space between them because we're going to die cut those into squares. Okay, so done with the Melon Mambo, and now I'm going to get the Rich Razzleberry and I'm going to stamp that heart again 2 more times. But since I'm changing colors, I want to clean that stamp really quick. So I'm pulling out my Stampin' Scrub here. If you've never seen a Stampin' Scrub, these are wonderful, especially if you are changing colors like I'm doing right here. So I just sprayed some Stampin' Mist on that, and then I'm rubbing it on the wet side. There's a little watermark or water drop symbol up here in the corner, so you know which side is the wet and which side is the dry. And then after you've scrubbed it on the wet side, you go scrub it on the dry side to dry it off. And it's quick and easy to use in between when you're changing colors. That way you don't get different colors of ink transferred between your different stamp pads. Okay, so I've stamped that heart 2 more times in Rich Razzleberry, and that is it for the stamping. Okay, next we're going to do some die cutting. So I have pulled out a couple of die sets. For this You're My Valentine Every Single Day sentiment, I have pulled out the Lots to Love box framelits dies, and that coordinates with the Sure Do Love You stamp set. And so I'm going to use that little heart right there and center that and run that through. Okay. And then you want to use the stitched shapes, the squares. This particular square is about 1 3/4 inch on each side, and I'm going to use that to cut out all 4 of these hearts. You could use a regular square or the scalloped square in the layering squares die set, but I really like the stitching, so I find myself using that die set over and over again. And then you just want to repeat that process for the remainder of the hearts. Okay, so now we have all our pieces prepped. We're ready to put the card together. So I pulled out some snail adhesive and some Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm just going to add adhesive to the back of that Designer Series paper layer. And I want to center that on the card front. There's going to be a slight border all the way around. So you want to make sure there's an even border. Next, we're going to put down those squares. I recommend playing around with the layout a little bit to get it like you like it before you stick everything down. So basically, I put the same color diagonal to each other. So the rich razzleberry is this way, and then the melon mambo is in these corners. So you want to leave a little bit of space across there because I don't want this to overlap. I want to be able to clearly see all 4 of those hearts. So you just want to make sure that you're going to be able to see those. So like, you know, just move things around before you adhere anything down to make sure you have it how you want it. And then go ahead and put adhesive on all of the squares. And stick those down. There we go. And then for this little sentiment heart, you want to use Stampin' Dimensionals to pop those up. If you're not familiar with Stampin' Dimensionals, they're just little bits of foam with adhesive on the front and back, and they help pop things off your page a little bit to give it some dimension. And you just want to remove those little backings and then put that heart right in the center of your card, just like that. So here is that finished card. So pretty and so easy to put together, and I just love how that gold foiling catches the light. So I also made a couple of different cards using the same technique, the same like card sketch, but I changed things up a little bit. So this one is using a different background paper from that same Painted with Love Designer Series paper. It kind of reminds me of bricks, so that's a cute one. With this one, I put all the heart squares up at the top, and then I added a Sure Do Love You banner. And then the last one, I made these little striped hearts instead of cutting out squares, and then added the Sure Do Love You banner. So I'd love to hear from you. Which one is your favorite? Be sure to leave me a comment down below and let me know which one you preferred. So I would like to bless somebody with these 4 cards that I've made. So the next person who purchases the Stampin' Up Starter Kit will receive these 4 cards and envelopes in their welcome packet from me. Now, if you are really into paper crafting, the Stampin' Up Starter Kit is the way to go. You purchase the starter kit for $99, and that gets you $125 in product of your choice. So you're getting $26 in free product right off the bat. During celebration, you get 2 extra stamp sets for free, so that's an additional, up to an additional $100 for free, and then you get free shipping. Plus, that entitles you to 20% off all your purchases, as long as you remain a Stampin' Up member. So that is a great way to save. That is actually why I joined Stampin' Up. You don't ever have to sell anything. Nobody's going to harass you to make sales quotas or anything like that, but it's just a great way to save money on your paper crafting stuff. Plus, you get to join 2 really great Facebook communities where we share ideas and inspiration, and there's monthly giveaways and lots of fun things with those groups. So if you're looking for a group of paper crafters I would to hang out with and get to know, I'd love to have you join my team. You can find more information on that at creativellyhomemade.com/jointhefun/ and just visit that and check it out for more information, or you can certainly always email me if you have any questions. I'd be happy to chat with you. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope this has inspired you to make some handmade Valentine's Day cards. If you would like written instructions, be sure to check out that text box down below this video. Click on Show More, and I'll have a link to the blog post with all the written instructions, including the dimensions for the paper and everything. So if you would like to see more crafts like this one, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy crafting!